if confident, would back himself into.
Yes!
The Grandmaster at Arms is here in the semi-final.
Oh, BDD. They're going to have to draft more offensively for the lanes and also be more proactive with the jungle.
Predator
Here, though,
he's going to go for the knockup. Nice flash wave by Gorilla, but could there be a repeat as Mugen now knows he's got no escape to slow his in. Flash for the stun. They've got the chain CC. The kill is going to go over, but stolen by Storyard. Ignite takes the goal.
huge for Flash Wolves here for the jungler pressure.
Well, junglers maybe in a time can't showing up on the bottom side as Mugen gets exhausted. Right over the wall. It's a lot of damage. He doesn't have a way out in the wall. Unfortunately, cuts off the escape. Mugen
going up again. In the late game, or in the mid to late game, when these items come together, he's in the fifth at all.
has a reset.
He protects it! BDD with the solo! We saw BDD on the Yasuo, never got going. The game was decided around him with the Zac not being able to do anything. This game, he gets his eye in, he has the red buff, and oh boy, does he make Maple.
For Hanabi, but there will not be a flank just yet as his turret is losing all of its life, and looks like Peanut and Frey gonna share that first turret goal. That's gonna mean Jax pushing top lane as a trade for this Mountain Drake. Not gonna be a true shot barrage to lane. That's gonna be secured here, so what can Khan get topside?
If you can get the turret, at this point in the game, you might take it. You want to get to your 3 Trinity Force power spike as early as possible. Gold may be more valuable than a Mountain Drake in this situation. When you spike so cleanly at one big item on 3 champions, you just take it.
Especially considering the locations of the teleports available there.
Don't have this sort of a lead. There's suddenly a hurricane out of 3 daggers. There are items adding up for Betty. The turret goes down, but it was delayed about 3 or 4 minutes, and that brought a hurricane and a dream for the side of Flash.
The gold's still leeching forward towards the red side. The Mountain Drake, as you mentioned, Kobe, in control as well. Flashwolves might be looking over the wall, but it might require a flash. They're putting it down so fast, never in smite range. BDD might go for the stun, gets one to the back line. They're going to dive in. They've almost picked them off. Sorta has to kite away, and now, once again, they're re-engaged. They've been slowed and disarmed, but Flashwolves able to run. Prey finds some poke, but it will be Flashwolves'
Speed is immense. Triple Trinity Force, and just how strong Prey is. Spot lane.
First aggressive play, looking for the fight in the bottom side as Khan does not have an easy escape route. Flashes and still dies to Ignite.
There we go. The pressure valve has been broken.
One versus 3 knows what's going on. Does still have the flash, I do believe. Here comes some help, and it's going to be the re-engage. A 3-man charm and a knockup. Is there more of a fight to be had? As Sorta kites right back out, and Betty is going to stay safe for now. Looking at the next bit of the play as BDD is coming around into the eventual 5v4 though. Into the back line goes BDD, catches one, but it is going to be a trade as they keep going. A double kill for the mid lane. Not going to be enough damage as Hanabi as the sun comes out. BDD is still on the run, and Maple is on the chase. A nice pick up there as Peanut falls down. Killer is there for Mugen, who is dead. Right now, Sorta just respawned, so a 2v3 Baron stop. This is going to be dangerous. Prey has 5 health, and that's a quick kill for Betty. Kites away from Khan, another in for Maple, and now Jax can only run. Oh, he can turn it back, though. Gets the kill, stays alive as well. Still, 2 for 1. Flashwolves win that skirt. Their second Drake in a row here. This one will affect combat power, and yes, no still going to be had, so Flashwolves really not. That's 2 vision tools used at the same time. Reaper's Wall plus the blue trinket. Even less time Flashwolves can use. The Khan is in. Looking for the play. Hanabi's going to pop the ult. United keep running though. Health bar's running low. The dive is in. They've got the pick off, and they cannot re-engage through the ultimate.
Turn from Baron isn't quite as lethal. Prettier turns from Baron.
And Khan is right behind. There's going to be a big stun. He gets 3 of them with it. Is this going to be the team fight? Peanut's coming around for the slow as well. Mugen running out of health. Flashes away. Just stays alive. Betty just cutting out as well. Pops the ult and the invisibility. An unstoppable Olaf is coming for you, but he's not going to get the kill. Prey, however, will. 2 for 0 in this fight so far, and they're running. Flash health bars are low. Peanut's got a life, so this one a good fight. Could get a double kill, but looks like Smite is all but a guarantee. No one's in range to steal. Prey goes over. Ooh, Maple puts some damage in, but Baron
Definitely unsettled by Uzi. Comes to the best, 80 carrying the world title. Definitely a much better game. He has 60 CS up his opponent.
They want those inhibitor turrets down.
There's that split push. 0-4-1, mid 2-2, bot 2-2, both of them gone. Still a minute and a half on this Baron buff. Now the gold they're earning is not going back into their inventories here, so maybe a defense can happen as they keep scaling up. Put some axe to the bot line. Peanut creating space. Mid inhibitor turret is gone as bot lane still being pushed towards by Khan. Has respect to possible to Leron, but now they're going to find the stun on Maple. This could be the damage to charm the disengage, but only finds the one target. And a quick disengage for BDD finds even more damage to the back half. It's got some mark targets to go for. Look at Hanabi forced out as well. Mid inhibitor is gone, and down to the wave that Khan prepped up there, just taking over the entire base King Zone.
And when you have triple Trinity Force, just chunking someone out means
it is a best of 5. You got to win 3 games to do it. King Zone looking poised to make it 1/3 of the way here. Prey continuing the siege to the top side. A bit far without teleport. Could not join this fight too quickly. Righteous Glory pop, but can't get the way in just yet. That's going to time out now. 3,000 on the Elder Dragon, and look at the disengaged. Flash was very far away, not in flash range, picked up cleanly. Nice try on the ultimate BDD flash.
They don't have a lot of openings.
They're running out of options. Betty kites away from what would be the stun, but this is still a turret down. Look at the truck! Prey just does so much damage. Oh, does not quite land the Vanguard's edge, so no ult's coming across as well. BDD with the second miss, but it still means the inhibitor is down as mid and bot still respawning. How to be clearing away the waves, and now it's going to be a Baron rush. Gorilla brings Prey over. You could duo this if you wanted to.
And they're going to do just that. Vina comes over. He's going to be able to secure with this fight in case there was any sort of long-range attempts, but nobody from Flashwell is going to move, and this is going to be Kingzone, now Baron empowered.
Two of the inhibitors, top is dead. Mid and bot have respawned, and middle will drop to a banner Baron minion. When, at what point can Flashwell get themselves a fight? The gold lead getting farther and farther away. Kingzone crossing their T's, dotting their I's. Weaver's Wall comes down, is going to separate Peanut and BDD. They can't both get over with Tom Kench. And here comes a hard engage, a double knockup is there. Damage output, pretty mass. Suppression is on, but they do not have the damage. BDD will only revive with Guardian Angel. Betty still goes down. Ignite was on a double kill in the backline. Looking for more in the fight as BDD re-engages, gets number 3, gets number 4. They're all set. Kingzone get the clean ace. They're going to claim game 1.
That's what offense looks like, and Kingzone take the Nexus.
So aggressive, so decisive. The new pick of the Aurelia. Saw it yesterday. See it almost perfected by BDD in this first game here. And if that is the tone and that is the speed that this series is going to be played upon, Flashwells need to look back at the
versus teams like Kingzone if they're going for the split.
And there is that Camille for the split push. Will eventually outscale the Scion and win that side.
May still be surprised if they're just tuning in now to see teleports on the AD carries.
Yep.
But we're going to have some action top.
And Hanabi is going to try to run away, but he doesn't have a way out of it. Hextech ultimatum flash still available. Looks for the slow. Health bar still pretty high. He's going to walk away without burning the summon, but now the flash suppression. They're going to catch out Prey, and he is gone. First blood twice in a row for Sword Art.
From BDD, so they slip right in, take that Infernal Drake, and get themselves a Drake lead.
I see Don and Gorilla quite low, so Pop kills the wall, but his health bar is so dangerously low, gets back over. The flash follow Maple should have the damage. Team of Plague will do lethal. And there's the pop picked up 2-0 in this one. Locked out for the bubble. The re-engage, they cut! Oh, he's down through a pair of ultimates. This is a 4v2 inside the opposing jungle. Looking for the play back in. Can they find BDD? Maple's in a bad spot. Has to channel the ultimate, or the subterranean into the pool of blood. But the re-engage, unstoppable. But Peanut is running away. The trade still comes in. They have knocked down Prey. 3 kills. Got one at 12 minutes. One they smashed 3-0. First turret as well. Not to the bottom lane, but still a great thing for them.
to the bot duo, and Betty getting out of lane in this spot is so different to where Betty was at, constantly behind Prey in game number 1. That early kill in bot lane, then the failed execution on the teleport, that might already be too much for Kingzone to take this late, because in the late game, we still haven't really seen Vladimir's full imp of Khan hitting critical mass and deciding the game in a side lane.
Looking at some critical damage here on this support. Sword Art chunked down a little bit there, but staying alive, and now the re-engage towards Gorilla. Stuns layered, having to walk back through the slows, and with the headbutt gets some space, but Betty's still in the chase. That's the kill picked up from the side, and now BDD's got to kite away from this one. Flash was playing this mid-game so well. 18 minutes in, Maple gets away, but does burn double summoners. Just for the attempted CC coming out of BDD.
Has the upper hand in a 5-on-5, especially at this stage in the game, where they've got tanks.
Oh, the flash in over the bubble. They've got the crowd control. BDD is going to run for some space. Oh, you have to believe the chase is their killer instinct. The flash popped as well. Betty secures another.
And it looks like they're setting up
The flash rolls.
And lets them stay on the map even more. We saw some of those fights in the previous game where Kingzone would win. The health bars were low, and it was dangerous to look at Baron.
This is the prototype of a one game for Flash.
Oh, they're going to find Grill in the front lines. Takes up Raw, heads back into Muchin. Looks for the pullback, though, on a BDD. Could be a lot of damage. Peanut very low as well. Can this be a fight? The Kings have turned around. Killer instinct into the back, but they can't come out. Can they knock down Betty? Yes, there is a trade, but the kills come through fast and furious. BDD goes in for a little bit. It might not be enough. Praise on the chase. Looks for Sword Art, flashing away. He's going to stay alive, and now Maple is here. He's ready to get his kills. And Prey, oh, he's going to get pancaked. Maple takes him out.
Oh my goodness. Once he does, Flash Wolves can push right through mid.
But with the outnumbering, they only manage to trade in fairly even fashion, and they lose the objective, like you mentioned, Kobe. Not enough damage yet onto Prey.
Their jungle, though, and try and contest this Baron.
You know, Baron's a very big objective here. That's going to look for the play. This will knock him out of the back line. They get the suppression in. Looking for the kill here. Is it going to be enough damage? The Gorilla goes to kite back and build some more time. They've only got the kill back on a sword out, but it's still a 2 for 0. A double kill for Betty, and the chase continues. But the retreat for Kingzone means no more kills picked up.
That should be control of Baron through these team fights.
And they're guaranteeing no one can steal the Baron. Hanabi and Sword Art both playing very far up, looking for Peanut. Even the minion wave helping as well. Zero chance of a steal.
Did end up being a bit of a passenger in this game. The Wen is very interesting because backs against the wall and 1-on-1 are such different.
Bottom lane siege. It's going to be a stop on the TP. Khan will keep the Scion out of the fight, but there's still 2 more tanks for Flash Wolves carries to hide behind. This really not much of a downside for them as all the skill shots get blocked. The turret's losing health, and Betty going to feel a little unwell, but does finally knock down those last few shots. Over to the mid lane, right up the middle, lands onto the turret for some extra damage. Gonna knock this one down, the flash, and almost got Frey, that was close. Ulti did not come through though, double inhibitor gonna be down though, only 27 minutes in and the base is shattered.
Of the execution.
They have a lot of golden inventory is what I'm saying here though.
Yes.
They could go back and spend it.
Lots of golden pockets, but tier 2 is gonna be a safe enough pickup. They go for the ult and they trade it away with Peanut, but it looks like this they're going to stay. The last 20 seconds of Baron buff. Again, golden pockets could be a play that Kingzone can make. Here comes a dive on towards the backside, and Maple reaches in for prey. Ezreal might just stay alive, though. He will like, no, is still enough. A double kill, make it a triple. They're all falling. Kingzone giving up their base.
They're going to be some rich men killing the Nexus here for Kingzone. I mean, for Flash Wolves.
They can just the gold, Kobe. They don't even need it.
They're going to smack him with bags of gold here in this one. It's going to be chocolate inside as the turrets start falling. Both Nexus turrets fall. Kingzone could not possibly defend this siege anymore. 14-1 in kills, 11-1 in turrets. An absolute stomp of a game. Flash Wolves firing back in game 2.
Just about explode the Nexus, and they also explode us into our first true series of the semifinals. We will not have a 3-0 in this one. After game 1, it seemed all the prophecies of Korea's past would come forward and once again be met. But in game this Kingzone side, Khan's Jace needs no interruption. But this is the one matchup he's talked about he's not a big fan of.
He's not a big fan of it, but...
Prey is going to go for a Q to help. He's walking right on top of the champions. He might not have a way out. The stun is on Ignite as well. There is no escape, and Prey goes down.
Beautiful setup for Flash Wolves.
3 versus 1 up here, and only level 2 on this poor Scion. Can he do anything about this one? It's going to be aggro pulled by Jace. Khan backs up. One more turret shot with the damage output, just not there. Is there going to be a re-engage? Now Peanut's time to pull it. Gets the chunk, gets right back out. BDD gets the credit, and an answer. Wildrick will not be contested as the bot lane keeps the pressure on, so Flash Wolves gets that one without too many issues. 7:38, that one goes down, and move speed now here for the team. Top lane pressure now is pushing forward. The farm lane pretty big, but now look to the bottom lane. Killer Instinct in. High damage on a Prey. That's going to be the knockup. Godfish Lee Sin takes down his believers.
And he lays it down. Is feeling it.
Execution beautiful, that flash for the kick, then went into the Q top side, trying to answer as well.
And here comes Weaver's Wall, 3 versus 1, no escape there, kill goes to Khan.
Pillar interrupted the exit route coming through from the Scions, and he
Both
goes
teams have placed their bets. Flash Wolves on bottom lane, Kingzone on top lane, and Flash Wolves are doubling down.
That is first turret there, Khan getting some of the gold there in this one. The rest of the Kingzone duo sitting back far enough to not give away some kills.
It's a very small win, we should know.
Like
It's definitely a good sleight of hand here from Kingzone. They dropped the Rift Herald only to drop back to the Dragon objective, not exposing themselves for that engagement. The Flash
out maneuvering though. This is 3 waves in a row lost on this bottom lane that Scion can't touch right here, as Flash Wolves are though, as you mentioned, able to trade turrets.
This is actually a really hyped trade. It won't be too many people. They're trying to extend them out and get the objectives to the team. They know they're not going to 5v5.
Flash Wolves are being caught in transition here though, while Kingzone are doing work with every second of those champions.
Stopped down by the wind wall, but there's still going to be the chance of the turret going down. They're going to get yet another one. Teleport comes in, Hanabi wants in. How is this fight going to go? A pillar down on Maple, and over the last 3 minutes, Kingzone has taken so much more. A good dodge to the side, but flashless. This is going to be a kill. Last breath is in, and it's just that for Khan, his first death of the game.
Flash Wolves finally grabbed something.
Item here, watching Peanut be chased down. Should be able to back away. Here we go, though.
Ooh, nice knock up there in the front line. Maple could be falling, but gets to go back. A quick jump towards Startup, goes right back to the team. The chase is going to be in. A huge knockup. There's the re-engage, but Maple is down. However, it is a trade. In the backline, BDD grabs one on the Talia. This fight continuing. Prey will drop now 3v3 on the fight, as a lot is still coming through. Buddy with the red buff looking for a bit more, but they're running out of teammates. This Sion going to be chained down. This will be a 4-for-2 advantage over to Kingzone.
Kingzone get a tremendous
Miss out. The AoE ground control is gone. Wall cut off by Windwall, but that means they don't have that combat jewel, so Cloudrick will be picked up. The poke out from Khan as well, and Kingzone yet again find the way to outmaneuver their opposition. Though, because the squad is coming in for this fight. Mujin, will he find the kick? Goes for the Q into the back line. The knockup, but it only gets onto one as the team disengages. Maple exhausted, forced to run. One hit will kill him, and Gorilla claims that one, so now it's a 5v4. Kingzone look for the re-engage. They find Benny. Khan gets the kill. Now on to Mujin. He's running.
Allowed them to turn on, but now we're at Baron. See how the Baron setup is here. Mujin is lurking.
Lots of trigger wards available, no denial in the pit. Can Mujin get this smite? This turret has been made and broken on smites and Baron attempts. That ward will not go away. Mujin has complete victory, or vision I should say.
They're holding it
for the
so
play.
low.
They're getting a bit lower. Can Mujin find the play? The Q has been burned though. Here's the engage, not yet the knockup, jumps to a ward. Found out though, and Prey will knock down the Godfist as the Baron's getting lower. They finally pick it up, but the fight still going the way of Kingzone as they kite back with the buff in their hand.
The Baron down, it's a burn damage. Trundle was dead. Long time to actually get to the inhibitor turret. You can see Flash will do seed this mid lane in a turret. They're going to have to give that one up. Baron buff only another 30 seconds, so pretty much the last wave for Kingzone to keep pushing.
I really like how they're using BDD to hover topside and Gorilla to empower the minion wave in mid. That way they're able to get all of these outers done with.
Bottom lane, the top lane siege continues as well. Baron buff timing out in 5 seconds. Will that signal a re-engage for Flash Wolves? Not before the turret falls, and they're going to give up for the inhibitor, but now Khan has to run away. Still Flash on cooldown for a few more moments. Waiting for that timer to come back, though. Getting away at 200 HP. The Flash, the flap into the face, and that will be a solo kill. A little bit of help because of Betty on the side, but top inhibitor is down. Now will there be a re-engage? No, they're going to get away for this one. Oh, the chase, though. Maybe he can stop the recall. Yes, they all turn it around, and Maple bit off more than he could chew.
That was and jump onto the ocean.
Yeah, they'll take the consolation prize down here, but Kingzone very happy with the
Side.
All right, teleporting with a play, but Weaver's wall is in. BDD to stop him, and actually immediately cancels the unstoppable onslaught. There's the knockup. They've isolated Sion. He will drop, and there's going to be the backline access. Killer Instinct did what Maple could not. This is the huge fight for Flash Wolves. BDD falls. It's 3 for 1. What a battle!
And Hanabi sacrifices his life to force the 5-on-5 team fight. Flash Wolves needed to stay in this game.
Mujin still going to the backside, got the kick, and that's all that was needed for the Killer Instinct to follow. They're going to roll through and probably get an inhibitor here.
Betty had the Infinity Edge done and was in range to follow up the Lee Sin kick. We all thought about the Yasuo, but it was the assassination from the bot lane that led into +2 kills and 2 turrets in mid.
Doesn't actually end up.
He assassinated so easily again.
We are now at Jace with no teleport to match him in the bot side. It's mid lane.
Oh, he doesn't catch out Betty. That's still a free firing Kaisa, but still, they will knock down Hanabi right away. Gets shattered in the front of the team fight, and this time around, there is no assassination.
Great jump there by Kingzone. They take out the front line from Flash Wolves, and now they've got an open path.
This could be really explosive with top inhibitors still dead and very low turrets in the middle and bottom lane. This 5v4 could be game-winning as the walls come up, but the turrets still don't fall. Another comes in and separates the team. 5v4, here comes the hard engage. Betty stays alive, but last breath means almost nothing. He will give away his right now as Maple has nowhere to go. 5v3 in the base with 4 to take.
They're going to go for the end here. That's all they needed. It's a couple of kills. Try to end the game.
Betty's got to make the miracle play now, but it might just not be enough. The turrets to fall. Here's the kicks to the back line, but can they find the kills? Betty trying to kite, and he doesn't have it. Kingzone get the team fight. They make it happen. 2-1 will be the lead. One more for the final.
Man, did they have to work for it in this series, but Kingzone are going to move up 2-1.
In Kingzone we trust. Red
Off team and look for the priority early.
And to me, that initiative starts at level 1. I see Olaf Bromcom's just 3 buff by the power of Brom.
3 people are right there. Gorilla showing up on top of that one. Black Shooters on, being as safe as it times out, though. Will there be much of an engage? Prey winning the wings. Big ult comes across! And gets revenge for the first 3 games. Here
The bottom lane has been the focus here for Kingzone. They're able to push it in. This is going to be the first turret bonus gold And as we said earlier, in this series especially, so much of it has been
with the feast by the Cho'Gath, makes him so much more accountable. Plus mana costs and cooldown reduction. That's so many times on the Galio over patches. With all the map pressure, they take it very easy. Flash was no deaths in Hanabi's lane.
And again, the Black Shield is in time. Prey does not cut out, still has the flash as well, despite the fact that Betty and Sword Art burnt summoners. But now the dive to the back line is here. Hemo Plague is in, but the damage not going to get any kills just yet. Here comes Galio, but it's not in time as Sword Art has fallen. A big four-man taunt. Can he knock down Prey? Oh, and with Vladimir they get two. Khan has arrived though. 3 versus 4 in numbers advantage to Flash Wolves as they kite back. He kites it away from the camp. You can see how those turret is going though. Khan will not be stopped. The second turret of the game goes to Kingzone, and once again, Flash Wolves have answered nothing. Only
Pinch could be massive here.
Predator popped in, sort of got onto the back line, look for Peanut, but now Hanabi has to get away, cannot do so. Rupture's gonna land Khan.
Ray's got it all the way up to the turret, now teleporting mid for that objective, but can he get first damage?
Decent damage, he's still gonna be able to get away with Black Shield on, he's not gonna have a problem. Kingston have just played this one correctly again. They've only found themselves into one bad fight and gave away nothing for it. Ocean Drake picked up cleanly. There have not been those team fights almost at all. Now the siege towards mid, Weaver's wall to stop them. Now here comes the attempt. Can this be the fight? Flash Wolves need the knock up onto one. Maple looks for the taunt, won't find it. The chop on the side. Khan just shuts him down. Are there gonna be any answers? Maple gets lower and lower. No, a double kill for the Cho'Gath. There is simply no openings. Kingzone than he can chew.
Running for it.
Mugen has the ult, he has the flash, he's got 2,000 health on the Baron. They're re-engaged towards him, he's out of range now, and he has no chances. Stealing Sword Art could be the next one to fall. Jumps over the wall, doesn't matter. Secured again by the Trundle. Kingzone.
They have a very fearsome opponent waiting for them. Kingzone wanting to enter that arena in a strong manner here.
The cannon still shoving down, and the top lane push happening as well. Kingzone suddenly almost 10,000 gold ahead, looking to kill off Khan. That's unlikely. Walks into the one in the air.
Only really powers of 5 here for Flash Wolves, but they're being spread across the map, as Kingzone have done in all their victories today. Bot lane inhibitor goes down as the Banner of Command minion, the Bannon in this case, pushes forward.
Almost 12,000 gold ahead here for Kingzone, taking down inhibitors as we speak.
Kingzone, maybe the most Kingzone game they've played this tournament. Winning every lane. They only need 6 kills. They've taken all the objectives. That's what's out. He's going to stay alive. And now Sword Art and the rest of the team might just have to run. A nice wall. And this poor Galio now on the wrong side of the map. Nice route almost comes in. Now Peanut's in the front line. Here comes the team fight. This could be the death knell for Flash Wolves. Forward they go, looking for the chop, the silence, and the kill. Through for Khan, 4-0. Vladimir trying to make the play on BDD, but he gets the cleanse. He gets the Black Shield. He stays alive on a double for the Cho'Gath. And Flash Wolves rapidly running out of options. Teleports to the bottom lane. Kingzone to send them home today. To send them home 3-1. Onto the turrets they go. Only 3 left alive. Flash Wolves will still be denied the international finals. They've tried so many times, but the group stage will be the best performance they ever brought out. Maple finds a single kill, looks for the second on the Gorilla. Cannot quite get the damage. The turrets are falling. Kingzone still have their team alive, but there's maybe just enough defense as the minions fall. And they have to go back and settle for the inhibitor.
Prey being forced away. The game will not end in this breath, Freak. It was so close, but the ranged 80 carry being taken
Still
down.
fighting here, still looking for any opening to get back into this game. But Kingzone in the map, so they're gonna have to commit to this if they don't want to lose their base.
In chomp range, grabbed at 830. No one was in range in time. The battle that will make or break Flash Wolves tournament. Gigantic gold lead, Baron buff on all 5. Rupture not quite going to land. That's one cooldown, but Prey just a lot of time to hit this inhibitor. That one's going to fall. Middle already gone. Bot lane alive though. One Nexus turret missing as well. Waiting for the engage. Not going to find it yet. They're just sieging, pushing their opponents away.
Hanabi wants to get back in and change his teleport to Ghost so he can actually close the distance. Hasn't been able to actually go into the base yet.
And the job for Sword Art is so difficult. He's looking for a priority engage, but the Black Shield is going to have to be baited out.
Only on to Khan. Redemption is down. They've got to kite back away. Where's the Galio? Where's the dive in the backside? They've forced Azonia's out of BDD. Gets away with the cleanse and the flash. Prey still alive as well. And a silence. Vladimir needs to re-engage, but Hanabi gets it, traded out by Khan. 4v4 minions inside the base, the turrets are already dead. He's not arranged for the redemption, the re-engage not gonna happen. Two more close teamed up for Clean Zone. 4v2 now in this fight, and Betty has nowhere to go. Gets the root, gets one, looks for the second, not gonna happen. Peanut gets the kill, and now Mugen against the world. His own country now to talk him down, to push him back onto the fountain, and the minions are here. The Nexus is alone, and King Zone, in a return to form, will take the 3-1 victory over Flash Wolves.
Well, not quite yet, buddy. Mugen distracts them, and now they'll turn their sights back to the Nexus.
Well, the real King Zone DragonX, please stand up, was the call from so many people as the